Hey there. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you're having a great weekend. I have a question for you. Are you just sort of passively waiting around for new clients to find you on the internet? If you are, you've probably noticed, like I have, that my internet inquiries are down. It just not quite as steady a pace of inquiries coming in through my website. So I want you to go outside of your comfort zone this week with the habit of getting one in-person networking event on your calendar. So, to those of you who are at WordCamp US right now, congratulations, you're taking care of this week's habit. But for those of us that aren't there, and I'm so sad I'm not there, but at the same time, I just didn't have it in my budget this year. I already attended press conf down in Tempe, but my heart is there, and I hope everyone's having a great time. It just makes me remember why I love my job so much. And much of it is that I love the camaraderie with other web designers. And going to an event like WordCamp US or any WordCamp for that matter is a great way to network with people. So I am an in-person networking veteran. I've been a member of a BNI group off and on since 2010. I only took a break when my mom and dad passed away, just because I was grieving. There was like an 11-month time period between my mom dying and my dad dying. And I left after my mom died so I could focus on my dad and all of that. But, I never really stopped my network of business partners that I refer to and from during that time. And in-person networking isn't just about getting a direct client. It's about making relationships with people who can help bring you clients too. So I really find this to be something super important. I have a lot of web designer friends who say they don't really do business in their neighborhood. They do business nationwide. And I totally respect that. I think it's super cool. On the other hand, I do most of my business locally, although I do have clients all over the US. Most of those people come to me through somebody that knows somebody else. Now, I feel really comfortable with this type of networking because I feel like I'm getting somebody that is slightly vetted versus kind of the rando person that you get on the internet. I have had those situations be successful, but more often than not, I get a lot of inquiries from the internet from people that are just looking to price shop, or they're looking for a turnaround that's faster than I can normally do. But with Google and ChatGPT and all these other elements coming into how people are finding and searching and using Google, I just think it's a really good time to start flexing your in-person networking skills. And so much of those in-person networking skills come to you from practicing them. So in my area, there is a women in marketing meetup group that I almost always attend. They have a monthly event unless I have something else on my schedule. And that tends to bring in, it's only people that are in the marketing business in my area, but those are really good people to know. So for instance, this week I had a client reach out looking for someone to help with social media. And I turned to that group to find somebody for her, since I don't have a social media marketing person in my business group. And within my BNI group, I have an IT person that I'm constantly referring to. I gave him 3 referrals last week. And in BNI, we focus on giving referrals, and that kind of helps build trust. And then you end up getting referrals back. And I think that that's true for when you go to these marketing or a chamber event. It's all about building a relationship and getting some trust in place. We all can get business from our existing clients, and those existing clients can share your name with people. But putting yourself out there and going to a networking event, like I said before, it's outside of some people's comfort zones, but it's a very good skill to work on and hone in and practice. So, I had a little bit of a downtime back in the spring. Things really picked up in the last month, but I am not going to take the pedal off in-person networking from now on. I just think that it is incredibly useful in getting my name out there, having people remember me. I had a new client inquiry this week from somebody who met me years ago at a BNI event and saved my name, remembered me, and, we're going to be going over a proposal I sent them. So you just never know how, it could take a while for this to pay off, but I think one of the most important parts about it is it puts you in the driver's seat. It makes you feel like you're doing something to get the business versus just, paying for Google ads or dealing with it that way. You're working on your personal skills in dealing with people. And when you're networking, I can tell you the number one skill you can have is to be able to listen, ask people about themselves, and to say what you do in a very short elevator pitch, just so they can remember it. So those are my tips for the week. I just highly recommend, looking to see what kind of networking opportunities you can find in your area. Go ahead and sign up for one of them, put it on your calendar. And even though, and this happens to me too, and I've been doing this forever, it's like, I'd really like to stay home tonight. I'd really like to do this, or, I don't have time to go to this networking luncheon. I really should be working, but I force myself to go. And every time I do that, I'm happy I did. Also, it may not pay off right away, but if you continue to do this, if you can go quarterly, if you can go once a month, you're just going to get better at networking and getting your name out there. So once again, your habit of the week is to sign up for a networking event. If you like this topic, I have a newsletter called Web Designer Habits, and I think I forgot to tell you who I am at the beginning. I'm Cami McNamara. I own WebCami LLC, and I've been building websites for my home office in Seattle, Washington since 2002. So I just wanted to share some of my experience in being a web designer for this long with other web designers who might be struggling, or if you're just finding yourself having a dry spell in your business, getting out there networking is great. Making sure you're always working on your business is great. I am not just putting out this habit newsletter to all of you as something for you to adopt yourself. I work on these myself every week as well, because no matter how long I've been in business, I have to constantly be on top of my business. And this is my way of staying on top of things. So I hope you'll join me. If you're listening on my podcast, thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you could like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and possibly share it with other web designers, I'd really appreciate that too. So I hope you have a great work week. I hope you can find a networking event to sign up for before the end of the year. The sooner the better to get out there and see how you can help yourself drum up some more business. All right. Well, have a great work week, and I'll see you next Sunday.